like this force of light is just kind of like coming in, like shooting in so hard right now that there is no way that they can stop it.
Most of the people are ready and they already know, and most of the people feel it in their own intuition. And even it doesn't matter what religion you are, if you're Muslim, if you are Christian, if you are Buddhist, if you're whatever you are, Hindu, they all say, yeah, of course, the universe is so big. It would be stupid if we are so alone here. It would be so waste of space. And yeah, we don't know how small we are actually, but a starseed is someone from another star system in this universe, which came here to planet Earth to help and vibrate higher and spread the light, and who doesn't feel so human. This is me. I don't feel so human. Most of the time I feel like I am human in this body, but I feel I'm so limited, and I know I can do much more, but we are so stuck in this human body, and then we are aging and we get sick and we have pains. And I'm like, this is so crazy being human in this body. I'm sure it's much easier on some other planets, and as far as I remember, it felt always lighter in other systems. Yeah. But when you talk about this, you and me, we talk about it. For us, it's normal. But other people who have never heard this term starseed or lightworker, they think we are coco and crazy.
Yes.
I have to say. And so guys, everybody out there in India and Pakistan, please still love us and love me. We are still human, but we have a different DNA maybe, or like we come from the different stars from back in the days. I cannot explain it. You explain it better, maybe.
I was explaining it's about, being a starseed. And a starseed to me is somebody, exactly what she said, somebody who came in, somebody who is from another star system, from another world, and don't understand what you talking. Okay. So what Sabrina was explaining is just like what a starseed is. It's basically somebody who used to live in another world and incarnated in this human body now here on Earth. And one of the reasons why is because as everybody there's so much chaos going on on Earth right now, right? And so it's almost like years ago, maybe 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago, right? They sent a signal into the cosmos, and we chose to come. We volunteered to come. And so if you're watching right now this live, you might be one of those volunteers that decided to come here, and oftentimes a starseed, as a child, we always felt like the outsider. We always felt like this wasn't home. I remember crying to my mom whenever, because we're very sensitive. One of the things that we're super sensitive, right? We're very sensitive people. And the main reason why we're so sensitive is because we have so much love to give. We are full of love. We are full of love and light. And that's the reason why we're here. We're here to spread our love, and we're here to spread our light.
When I was young, I kept saying to my mom, I want to go home, and pointed to the stars, and she thought I'm crazy.
Me too.
She always thought I'm crazy, but after all these years now, she keeps saying, yeah, you've been always different, and now I know why. Yes. You're not from here.
You're not. You're not from here, right? So yeah, same thing. I even remember, like, I used to just go and cry and be like, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. And my mom used to say to me, you're home. What are you talking about? You're home. And I was like, no, you don't understand. This is not home. And I think I was probably like 5 or 6 years old at that time.
Imagine everybody would be like you and me, and just about the love and the light in the government. How beautiful this planet would be, right? It would be just, wow, it would be so peaceful. And also, if I would be the president of the world, the leader of the world, I will remove all the passports.
Yes.
No more
No more
passports, no more visas, no more travel, blah, blah.
no more borders, no more borders, no more
No more
walls.
borders.
Part of those,
Exactly.
and we're not. We are so so protected. I mean, I can't see them, right? We can't see them with our naked eyes, but
But we feel,
we have to feel it, and you have to really believe that you are protected, that you have, you know, angels
yeah,
around you, angels that are surrounding your home right now, angels that are like right next to you, right behind you,
yeah,
surrounding you, because we are so protected. There's no stopping
I
anymore.
know.
There's no stopping. So there's more. Yes, there is going to be more chaos, and people is like, well, why is all this happening? All these fires and all these things are happening, because for the light to come in, there has to be some darkness, right?
Always.
For us to be able to
Mhm.
see the light, we have to go through the darkness to be able to see the light. And so I
Speaking
feel
of darkness,
this
I
is
just
exactly.
turned my ring on. Speaking of light and darkness, I just want to say one thing quickly because I see again there's a lot of people from Pakistan watching here and India. And guys, oh, my mic. Um, I'm coming back to Pakistan in 2 weeks again. I have a big concert there and I'm spreading a lot of love and light there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people on the planet saying to me, "Oh my God, why are you going to Pakistan? Isn't it dangerous?" I said, "What? What? Beautiful country, beautiful people, amazing hospitality. It's not dangerous, you know." And I keep saying it's a really amazing country. And the reason why I love going there is because of that light and this energy I feel on stage when I'm there performing the music. The love I get back from these people, the energy. I have never felt this in my whole life.
Yes.
In my whole career as a DJ, I played all over the world, 65 countries, and I had a lot of great concerts and events. But what I experienced in Pakistan for the last 1.5 years, I have to say, is totally different. It's some energy I cannot explain, and I love it. And I know that this is my mission as well, to go there and do something different than what maybe happened the last couple of years. Yeah. So just big shout out, Pakistan, I love you. And of course, India. It's always a competition between the two.
So wait, when are you
Yeah.
going to Pakistan?
1st of February again.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Nice, nice.
Mhm.
So I love
Mhm.
that you share that, because I experienced something similar when I moved to Mexico, right? You always hear, like, especially from, in America, you always hear like, oh, like Mexico is so unsafe and all these things, right? And drugs and
Mhm.
cartels. Moving back to Mexico, so I grew up I was born in Mexico and I grew up here, and so at the age of I was 18 when I moved to the States, and so I lived in the States for like 22 years, and and then I moved back to Mexico. And honestly, at first, yes, I was a little bit nervous to move back, but Mexico, being back in Mexico, it healed me. I came back with a baby after having a baby, heartbroken and everything, right? I felt like I was totally broken on every level. And being here in Mexico, it healed me. Like you saying,
Mhm.
that energy that you get back from people, the love and the appreciation that you get back from people here, it's like it's like no other type of energy that I have experienced anywhere in another part of the world. And being back here, it really truly healed me. It healed me. It got me back on my feet. It got me back on, like, feeling myself again, kind of getting back into like being again this practicing and being a mom and all this stuff that I felt like I was kind of falling apart. And
Mm.
in Mexico, here in this little beach town, I felt like I was put together again. And they're
Yeah, because it's also your roots. You were born there, yeah. So there's a reason why maybe you also feel good connected there.
right.
And
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. 100%.
I
But
love
I also
Mexico. The food is amazing too.
Right? The food is so amazing. Honestly, so I moved back here and I was like, I was gonna be okay. I'm gonna move there for a year so I can relax, so I don't have to work as much because the cost of living here is
Mm.
cheap. And then I moved back. And I've been here, it's gonna be almost 2 years on April, and I don't want to move back. I want to stay here, especially now that everything is happening in the US and in California right now specifically. It's like I don't really want to move back to live in California anymore. I love it. I love San Diego and I love California, but I don't think I want
Mhm.
to myself moving back there anymore. I see myself moving into different countries. I've been even thinking about Dubai and just kind of like going into different countries. And I feel like doing this is how we spread that light. Is how we spread, like,
Yeah.
especially with the work that you do, right? With the work that you do, you're truly just like embodying that love and that light that you're just spreading everywhere with your music.
I would never ever stand on a big stage and ask people to pay, let's say, $1,000 to see me today. And I help them through the awakening and all this shift. And I tell them how to manifest and all this stuff. Because in the end, manifestation is kind of a little lie because
Yeah.
people focus so much on this materialistic world. I want to manifest this car. I want to have this. It's all about money, 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 money,
Yeah.
money, money, money. And, ugh, it's so
Right.
boring. Money is good. It's important. It buys us what we need. But the less I think about money, the easier it comes to me, and the less I want to have all these crazy expensive things. I have an amazing abundance lifestyle for the last couple of years, and I have to say, for me, money will not buy you happiness. Money will just buy you little things which you need to maybe feel better here and there. But what's more important is this inner peace and this
Yes.
feeling of gratitude and this feeling of love and having a partner again, loving,
Mhm.
falling in love with somebody is beautiful as
Yeah.
well, especially when you come out of a shitty relationship.
Mhm.
This is what is manifestation for me about, yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
not just
I love
money.
that you mentioned this. I really love
Mhm.
that you mentioned this because that's exactly how it feels. And I do feel that all this like manifesting gurus up there, right? They're like, oh, we're gonna manifest and all this like lifestyle and all this money. And I feel like you said it's like it's really isn't about happiness is not about how much money you have or the success of how much money you have, right? Or having,
Mhm.
because a lot of people focus on like, oh, if I don't have enough money, then I'm not successful enough. If I don't have all this money, then I can't be happy. And it's totally the opposite. It's being able to be happy with what you have right now that is going to attract and bring just things really easy, to be able to attract people, connections, more clients, more work is going to just come easier when
Yeah.
you are just setting that state of like relax, and when you're more relaxed and when you're more at peace within yourself rather than worrying.
Then,
It's like it's when you get rid of that need, like
yeah,
I
exactly.
need the money, I need this, I need
Yeah.
to manifest this. When you get rid of that word need and you're just like, well, I would like to manifest this, and and you're just kind of like sitting in your couch and you close your eyes and you're like, how would I feel if I had all these things? And it's just kind of trying to stay in that frequency of the feeling of I will feel so happy, or I'm feeling so grateful right now. And like you said, it's just staying in that state of like gratitude, of like how grateful I am for the things that I have right now. And the more
Mm.
grateful you are, the more you are to receive.
Yeah.
And in this new earth, everything is going to be the frequency of love, the frequency of joy. Everything's going to be beautiful. And I mean, everything that you can think of, like how beautiful, like music and, in terms of like people being healed, people just thriving, the world is just going to be completely self-sustainable. And so yeah, yes, it is going to change our life. It will completely change and impact our civilization because it's going to be a better life for us. And that's one of the reasons too why ETs, aliens, have been visiting our world for so long, because they've been influencing, you know, with their technology. They've been influencing us so that we can grow, so that we can have, you know, better care, better all these times, right? But unfortunately, our government has been using all that technology against us. It's been using it against our planet. So instead of creating, uh, using the technology for creating easier ways to, for, you know, medical purposes, to heal people faster, you know, to give us free energy. Like we're gonna have, we could have had free energy 100 years ago.
Mm,
You know,
I
they
know.
call it the 0 point energy, right? And we are going to experience a massive acceleration in consciousness, which means
Mm,
that more people are going to start waking up. And the more people start to wake up, the more we're going to start like fighting for justice, fighting for our rights, fighting for, you know, life, fighting for humanity. And
mm,
and so I do believe that this war is going to end sooner than 2032, because by the end of 2032, that's when we're going to already be in the new earth. You know, like
mm.
some people already are going to be there. New earth is going to be all about. It's going to be all about unity. Is going to be all about this beautiful planet that is going to be all about self-sustainability, is going to be clean water, you know, like clean energy and free clean energy,
Mm-hmm.
because it's already available, and it should have already been available years ago, 100 years ago. And so the fact that we don't have that, and the fact that they've been kind of, you know, not kind of, they've been really poisoning us with food. They went, you know, they've been hurting us with all these like 5G towers that are really not good. And they're not good even for, you know, Wi-Fi or internet, really.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? I mean, it's
I
still,
know.
some our internet still sucks. So
Yeah.
these 5G towers are really more for creating those low vibrational frequencies that hurt our bodies, instead of helping, you know, with
Exactly.
our
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
conscious eating is so important, and it's not about how much you eat or what you eat. It's about how you feel when you eat. And I was just laughing when you talked about this chocolate or this happiness
Yeah.
thing. Uh,
Yes.
on Saturday morning, I was like, I just don't want an omelet today. I just want something different. I want a nice toast with Nutella.
Mm.
I'm branding a
Hmm.
lot of brands
Yes.
here. But I had this Nutella toast, and I was like having almost like, my partner asked me, "Are you okay?" Because I was eating and I was like, "Oh, I love this. This is so good." Like almost having sex with my
Yes.
toast, you know? It
Exactly.
was so funny. I was
Mhm.
just laughing about it
Mhm.
because this is how I eat. When I eat with joy, and I
Yes.
always say thank you. Thank you, animal. Thank you, food. Thank you, universe, for giving me this amazing food. And that's it. Yeah, I bless the food as well.
And I
Yeah.
believe that is the key. That is totally the key, that you eat it with so much like joy and pleasure, that the food is, you know,
Mm,
loving the food that you
mm,
eating, and then gonna
mm.
love you back.
Last night I slept almost 10 on and off, and I love sleeping as well.
Yeah.
Grounding, a lot of water, good food, healthy food. You don't have to be vegetarian or
Right.
vegan. You can still eat meat, right?
Yes.
But just make sure that you don't eat a lot of red meat and a lot of meat every day, once in a while, and only if it's really like necessary. Yeah.
Yes.
So good food, good diet. And oh, yesterday I saw a video about sugar. I want to know your opinion about it. The
Mm.
sugar. Because honestly, I love dark chocolate and I cannot give up on certain things on this planet and I love it. It's like the red wine, the sugar. Um, but
Yeah.
I think everything is about a good balance and a
Yes.
good mindset. So
Mm-hmm.
if you eat once in a while a little bit of dark chocolate or a little bit of sweets or honey, it will not kill you. That's
Yeah.
what I feel.
Yes.
And
Yeah. So when I was breastfeeding, okay, I was breastfeeding my baby. I was eating so much more, right? Because you burn so much calories when you're breastfeeding. But I can tell you, even as a hypnotherapist, so I became a hypnotherapist helping clients to lose weight with hypnotherapy. And one
nice.
of the main things that they will come to me is because they wanted to stop having cravings for sugar. So
Yeah.
my thing is that it's not about getting rid of the sugar, it's about getting rid of the issue of why we feel like sugar is so bad. Like we have demonized food and demonized sugar for so long. And I'm not saying sugar is the healthiest, right? There is certain types of sugars. Like the sugar that comes directly from the sugar cane, it's actually like the
Mm-hmm.
sugar, it's healthy. It's not a bad
Mm.
thing for you.
Yeah.
And I'm not a nutritionist here, so I'm not gonna tell you, yeah, it's super healthy for you, right? But go eat, sugar cane and go eat sugar. No, but going back to where when I was breastfeeding, I was eating dessert every single night, okay,
Yeah.
during the time that I was breastfeeding, because I felt my body was just asking for more calories, right? And I was skinnier than I am right now. My stomach was totally flat because I was also breastfeeding and my baby was like really just eating, taking everything. And I was also eating very healthy too, right? I was having a balanced diet, but I wasn't getting rid of the sugar. And so what I tell people is that you don't necessarily need to get rid of the sugar. You need to get rid of the shame that comes from when you eat the sugar. When you eat that dessert and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna eat it, but I know this is gonna make me fat. I know this is, you need to
Yeah.
get rid of the shame.
Yeah.
When we get rid of the
Yeah.
shame, we're not eating with shame. And so I told people, you have to eat with passion. Eat with
Yes, I
passion.
do.
Like, oh my God, this is so delicious. And this is so delicious. And it's going to be so delicious on me. And it's going to make my body look
So
so
funny.
delicious. So when you
Oh my
change
God, I'm
that,
laughing. Huh.
right? When you change that mindset, it's like no matter
Exactly.
what you eat, it's not gonna make you fat. It's not gonna make you sick because it's how you eating it. It's the
Yeah.
intention that you put in the food, the intention that you put in the water. If you tell
Mm.
any researchers, right? There's research about like what we put, the intentions that we put in the water. If we talk to our water before we drink it and we put in loving thoughts, loving words like, oh, I love you, I'm healthy, this is loving water, this is blessed water, and you drink it, that's what you're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's going into your body. It's going, love and care and all these things, right? Whether it is water, whether it is wine, whatever it is, like, of course, right? If you're going to be drinking alcohol, you also want to have the um, you want to be conscious about what you're putting in your body too. But I don't deprive myself from anything. I used to be vegan. I went vegan for 2 years. I
Mm.
stopped being vegan. I stopped being vegan when I became pregnant with my third child, with my baby now. This is what happened when I was pregnant. I was super skinny, all belly, right? But my baby wasn't growing enough. Wasn't growing at a normal rate. It was at a 16th percentile at that time. So they were monitoring her, and I was doing a ultrasound every month. One night I had this dream that I needed to eat meat. And in
Mm.
the dream, I was like eating it, I was cutting it, and I was eating it, and I was like, oh my God, this smells so good. This is so delicious. Like, oh my God, what is happening? Because for 2 years, I didn't eat red meat, and I didn't crave it anymore. I didn't like the smell anymore. But when I was pregnant,
We
I
needed it.
needed to. I
Yeah,
needed it.
I
So
know.
I feel like my baby through that dream came through.
Mm.
So that day I went and had a burger. It was a grass-fed burger. And of course, like you said, when you're eating meat, you want to do the best that you can to find a good source of, a good supplier for that meat, right? Where did
Mm.
that meat come from, right? If it's grass-fed, if it grew in a farm, and same thing like eggs and chicken and all that stuff that you eat, you want to be able to kind of at least have a good idea that this is coming from a good farm, right? A farm that has
Yeah.
good practice.
My doctor, my friend, Dr. Tarek, he wrote so many books. And he is amazing. He's so spiritual. He's so high connected. And he told me the other day, Sabrina, just start loving everybody, even the stupid people. And I said to him, yeah, but I don't want to love everybody. And that's where I still struggle as Sabrina in this body, as Pleiadian, because I'm still, this, by the way, his book, Dr. Tarek, it's written Humans Made Perfect 101, the path. He has all this guidance for people in Arabic, actually, and English translated, where he helps people to wake up. It's very good.
I love
But
that. I love that.
I didn't know him when I woke up, so it was too late. It was like I educated myself through social media a little bit, and I had no idea what an awakening was even, and it was like anxiety, all the stress.
And I feel like there's still people who are, just waking up now.